there to that. Chase, happy Monday to you.
Well, every Monday's a happy Monday at the casual hour.
Even when it's raining outside.
Is it raining outside? Wow, I have not been outside.
It's not raining outside, but it's raining here.
Oh, well, it's not raining yet, but there is a risk that it might rain.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna start this game. Maybe it should bring you in here.
Yes.
Are you here in this right now?
It says disconnected bad password.
Okay, let's get you back in here. I'm gonna send you an invite. This will only take a few minutes, folks.
Yeah, no problem.
No problem at all. While you're doing that,
accept that. Yeah, there we go.
I'm gonna listen to our audio.
Nope, it says bad password again. I'm not putting in a password. You told me what a password was before, but I'm not putting in one when I just join your game.
Okay.
So can I join a multiplayer game?
Let me just go to the menu, and then we'll start all this. We'll start this whole charade over again.
Okay.
I'm going to create a multiplayer game. I'm going to get rid of the password.
This would never happen on the Nintendo Switch, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, because the Nintendo Switch wouldn't even be running with it.
It could. It would just run a little slower.
It would be a little slow. Okay. I'm going to invite you.
Okay.
You should have an invite.
I have accepted.
There you are.
Joining. There we go. That's better.
Wonderful. I think I'm going to play, at least for this start, as the Huntress, if that's okay.
Yeah, go for it.
I have not unlocked any more characters on the PC. I'd like to do that. And while you're doing that, I'm going to make this bigger for everybody out there in the internet. Hello, friends.
See, I guess I'll just be the commando. That's fine.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
But let's move it down to drizzle though. Let's
Oh, where's that at?
On the top left difficulty. It's hidden by the lobby right now.
Oh, okay. Can I get there we go. There we go.
Yeah.
I think we're on drizzle.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
I think we're both on it. There's a 2 on my thing now. Yeah.
Yep.
You know, just so we can get through a run. We're not heroes.
We're here to have a good time.
Yeah. Also, I'm playing on the new controller that you got me, the 8-bit one.
I love that thing, man.
So we'll see.
That is a fine piece of hardware.
Oh, I'm getting the same problem where it's the I mean, it's not a problem, but I'm getting I can ping. Where I'm it's giving me Xbox button prompts, but this thing is not like an Xbox. It's got the Nintendo button layout. X and Y's and A's and B's.
I don't know why we haven't. We talk about this a lot. I want there to be a universal face button map out. Like, just please. Like,
what if and this is gonna sound weird because I was not this guy. What if they were shapes? What if it was like a circle and then a square and a triangle and maybe an X or a cross?
I don't think I would mind that, honestly. I think I'd be okay with that. I'm still going to reference I want northwest, east, and south. I think that would be the ideal layout. Just would make it easy for a lot of reasons, but I don't know, man. Like I grew up on Nintendo, but like now Nintendo feels foreign, and I know that shouldn't be the case. Like I grew up playing the Nintendo layout more than anything else.
Right.
But at this point, I've probably been playing other formats longer. No, that's not true. I've been playing Nintendo stuff the whole time. So
I'm sorry. I keep pinging. I don't mean to ping. I'm trying to dash. Isn't there a dash here in this game?
My character has a dash. I don't know if your character has a dash.
Okay, I thought there was like a sprint.
There is. I'm sprinting right now. It's alt on the key. Alt on the keyboard for me.
Well, okay. How do you sprint on a controller?
I don't know. We can. You want to pull up controls really quick?
No. Well,
I can watch your back while you're doing it.
I can. Yeah, sure. Jump, interact, toggle sprint is up on the D-pad. What?
That seems terrible.
No, who would ever do that?
That seems very bad.
We're changing that.
Yeah. Oh, Jiggy. control this, he says.
Oh no. Okay, there we go.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
That's a shining finger now. Do you want to just do the boss?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do I want to do the boss? That's a silly question. Of course I want to do the boss.
Beetle Queen. Yeah, but we don't have a lot of upgrades.
Yeah, that's true.
What upgrades do you have? Do you have any upgrades?
I do. I have one. Looks like a broken shield or a cup. I can't really tell right now.
Okay. I have the sticky bombs.
Okay.
And
ouch,
a potion thing that I don't really know what it does.
Man, I love the one where you get. I want to like duplicate my special ability because I had the one where I was a huntress and I could execute. Holy shit! There's a lot of stuff. 2 of the like rain of arrows attacks.
Oh yeah, that's quite good.
It was very good. Okay, man, there's.
Yeah, but we're fine.
Oh yeah, we're good.
We've got plenty of health, plenty of stuff going on.
Man, this game, every single time we play it, it's so good.
It's a really good game. It makes me feel weird that when this game first came out, I kept saying that it's fine, but it's no Risk of Rain 1, and I think I still stand by that. But here, there's a upgrade here, big one from the boss.
Queen's Gland.
Oh yeah, you got the beetle friend. God, that's such a good one.
My little beetle friend.
But yeah, I remember when this game first came out, I was bitching like, I like Risk of Rain, but I like Risk of Rain 1, and this game just has issues comparatively, and it does and it doesn't. It's a really good game.
It's very good.
Like they're both great games. Like I would go back and play Risk of Rain 1 in a heartbeat. That game is
we get to this year, right? Is that the way this works?
I don't know if I want to play Gearbox's Risk of Rain 1.
It's the same team, right? Working on it? Or is Gearbox the one from the... Like, they acquired them, right?
We looked this up before. I can't remember if they acquired them or just the license.
Yeah, it's true, too.
Some purple shit coming on over here. Oh, I don't know. I might have left you.
Yeah, I don't know where you're at. Oh, I see you down here. Sorry. Me and the
okay,
old...
I can ping. Look at me. I forgot. I can ping.
He pinged everybody. He pings. He's a pinger.
Oh, yeah.
Jiggy, by the way, how's your night going, friend?
Yeah, you were streaming something earlier. Is this some Resident Evil, if I remember correctly?
Ooh, I played the new demo.
You played the new demo of 4?
Yeah.
Nice.
That seems pretty all right. I like that game quite a bit. It's one of it is the only Resident Evil I've completed.
I haven't completed any of them because I'm too scared.
Was that my golem that just died? No, there he is. He's back, baby.
So, do we get hurt?
Yeah, we get hurt when we go in there. Stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. Is there a reason why we'd want to come in here? Probably.
We can probably just run through it really quick, right?
Maybe.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Going to the other side.
Oh, the boss is in here.
Cool.
Or a boss. Maybe it's like a harder boss. Anyway, I have very little health left, so I don't really want to go back in there.
Yeah, we can. Our guy takes damage in there too. He just, yeah. Okay. Get out of there, bud. Jiggy says, good. I played RE4 demo on the OG. No QuickTime events and weapon degrade on the knife are no bueno. You like QuickTime events? I don't know if I've heard anybody pro QuickTime event.
I like a good QuickTime event every once in a while. I think it's fun to see. Fun to see the cool action stuff in a game and still kind of be a part of it.
Do we want to take out the boss?
Well, I have a feeling that might be like a secondary optional boss, and that we haven't found the real boss for the stage.
Gotcha.
Because I don't think they would just put the real boss in this area, or in that harder area. I'm still just kind of running around looking for another teleporter.
And the OG on the GameCube. All right, I'm not really following along with you, man. I'm sorry, I've been shooting shit over here.
I mean, you should be going a separate way, because we can ping each other if we see the.
Yeah, I didn't mean to ping you there.
Oh,
just ignore that.
Okay.
I was just testing to make sure it was the right key combo. All right, I'm already backtracking where we were at. Damn it.
Yeah,
I think that's the boss in there, dude.
I can't believe that, but I mean, at this point, yeah, we might as well go fight it.
Yep. Should I come back to you?
Yeah, I think. I don't know. Am I close to it?
It wasn't too far from where we first started, I thought. Chase, did you finish The Last of Us?
The show? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Finished it today. In fact, I was watching episode 9 and went, wait a minute, wasn't Joel injured? What the fuck happened here? What did I miss? And it's that I missed 8.
Oh god.
I hadn't watched 8. And so I found it. I had it. I just hadn't watched it yet. So I watched 8 and then I watched 9 back to back.
Cool.
It's fine. I mean,
I enjoyed it a lot.
Jiggy, are you asking me that because I'm wearing a Kansas City shirt today, or you just really want to know about Kansas City? I mean, I don't. Kansas City doesn't really have.
Oh, I found the boss.
It has landmarks. You did?
Yeah, the thing that bubble's gone now.
Oh, okay. Weird. So it's a timed thing.
I guess so. I'm gonna trigger it.
Yeah, go for it. I'm on my way. I mean, it's not us. I mean, we're from St. Louis, so we're going to be kind of dicks here, but Kansas City doesn't have a landmark in the way that St. Louis does. You can't just look at an arch and go, oh, they're in St. Louis. Like, Kansas City doesn't have that. I mean, it's got stuff, but like, it's got a cool library.
It's got good barbecue.
Yeah, but like, Joel and Ellie aren't going, yeah, Arthur Bryant's. I'm so glad that's here and didn't get hit by the zombie apocalypse. I think that's not what's happening here. But yeah, like they don't have anything that looks like there's the upgrade for you. It's hard to say. It doesn't look like Kansas City. It just looks like any city. And that was kind of the bummer to me. It's like, I don't know, it looks fine, but kind of whatever.
Yeah, I think it was okay.
I think the story they tell in Kansas City is good. It's just,
yeah, agreed.
It's not like Boston, where, and I'm gonna say it correctly this time, Jiggy, because you taught me how. Faneuil Hall. Yes. No, it's Faneuil, right? It's Faneuil. I said it the wrong way the first time. It's Faneuil Hall.
It's also not the mountains of Boston that they showed 10 miles outside of Boston.
Sure.
The mountains.
Yeah. So it's a little different. I'm gonna mute myself. My father's calling me.
Okay. He got it right, Jiggy. I will do my best to carry the weight here. Gee, Dad Chat, did you like The Last of Us TV show? Chiggy says, I did. I did as well. I also saw that they have confirmed, or I guess I should say confirmed. They said today that season 2 or part 2 is going to be split up over a few seasons. So I was hoping they would do that. And if you've seen part 2 of The Last of Us, or if you played it, I should say, I think you know how they could make that work pretty easily.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
What were you saying about part 2 of The Last of Us?
They confirmed today that they're going to be splitting it up. Oh, that was dumb, Bobby. I thought I could double jump across that. They're going to be splitting part 2 over 2 or multiple seasons, they said.
Like well, not every, but yeah, okay. They're just doing the Breaking Bad / Attack on Titan was worse. Attack on Titans had like split up final seasons.
I think that they're doing it because 1, it's a much longer game. 2, there's kind of a natural split in the game as well.
I guess so. I know about the split.
Yeah, so I think that that's kind of how they could do.
But also like when you they haven't made more Last of Us after this, right?
They're working on their big multiplayer one.
Yeah. Do you have a piece of equipment? Sorry, the orange stuff.
The orange stuff? What do you mean?
Yeah, like the active trigger on a controller. It's a Y. You do not. Come over here. I can just look over at your screen. Come to where I am over here.
Yeah.
There it is. Pick that up. That's yours.
Okay.
Now.
Oh, thanks.
I don't know what it does.
Gain 100% critical. I get 100% critical strike chance for 8 seconds.
Okay, here you go.
Yeah.
Here's the boss.
Hi. I want to offer.
Yeah, you gotta stop that. I don't have a mouse control right now, or I would have killed it. But...
Jiggy, can you get rid of that?
Yeah, does Jiggy have the power to do that?
He
should. If he doesn't, we should give it to him.
He does. I think he's a mod.
Okay. Anyway, yeah, I could see it. I did not play The Last of Us 2, Last of Us Part 2, somewhat out of principle. And watching the finale of this, I guess I'm glad that they didn't feel the need to set it up any more than the game did. Like, without spoiling too much, they didn't give the doctor a bunch of extra lines or anything to set up any sort of
But they
plot.
did certainly hover there for a while, didn't they?
Did they? I felt like they did just as much as the game did.
No, there was a little bit more of a, well, maybe, I don't know. I felt
maybe you just shot the guy immediately, and I took a beat to not do that.
But let's see here. Can you watch my back for a second on this? Are you good? I'm gonna try and clear that.
Yeah, go for it.
If I can. All right, I'll mess with it later on.
I wonder though. I don't know either way yet. I don't know if I'll watch season 2.
Why not?
For the same reason I didn't play part 2. Like, this is the Last of Us story that I know and remember, and I don't know if I'd say love, but like, that's the story to me. And
but that's not the story anymore.
Not to me.
Well, I mean, yeah, sure. I think that, like, sure, I understand what you're saying.
Yeah, like I still don't need to care who Abby is, and by watching the show,
part 2 is the far better story.
I can't disagree because I don't really know the story outside of the stuff I've watched and the stuff I've been told, but
oh shit, I'm dead.
Why are you dead?
I don't know. I was getting hit.
You should try to stay alive in these games. I guess I don't know. The stuff I've seen about part 2 has not made me want to watch it or play it.
Not for little babies.
It's so good, man.
Now that's a show I can't wait to see. Season 4 of Succession, baby.
That's the final season too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm really excited to see what liberties they take in this story. And like I think a lot of what they did in 2, what they did in the show for season 1 made sense because it felt like they were aware, like especially some of the stuff in Jackson in the show, like heavily influenced by obviously part 2. But I'm very curious how they'll tie some of those liberties. I mean, the Bill one was one of my favorites that they took, and I'd love to see them take some of the other stuff that happens between the beats of part 2 that way. But it's just really neat to see this story. Like I think depending on the day of the week, it might not be my favorite video game of all time, but it's definitely one of my favorite video game stories. And I love that I got to experience that with Sarah, who was completely unaware of the game and has no idea what happens in part 2. And so just watching this through her eyes has been really cool. But I'd like to see what they do a bit more with this one. And I'm very curious what stories they're going to tell outside of Joel and Ellie and Abby at this point in this multiplayer game, which we'll see. We shall see.
I'll say, I'm gonna find this hard to believe. I'm usually more of the hater on this this here show. I thought it was generally fine. Again, I don't have any super love for The Last of Us, but I think it's an okay game.
Some good performances for sure.
Yeah, sure. I think a lot of the stuff they added, Nick Offerman aside, was not my cup of tea. Like I really like the very first scene in the whole show. Like that was excellent. I think when they kind of go back to that well to is it India, I believe?
Yeah.
They talk to the woman, the infectious disease doctor there. That one didn't land for me as well. The beginning of episode 9, the beginning of episode 9 absolutely did not land for me at all. That I do not need to hear more of Ellie's origin story. That was unreleased DLC according to Neil. Great. I should have stayed unreleased in my opinion. It's the same thing of like not needing to know the origin of a zombie outbreak in any of these fictions. Like that's I think that this is a different thing with cordyceps. I think that they're trying to ground this one a bit more than just your standard zombie. I think they did that enough with the very beginning of the first episode where, hey, this thing might be possible. No, it's not happening yet, but this thing might be possible, and then you see it happen and you go, okay, well, I basically know how this happened. But it's a thing that I think you do with a TV show. I guess I can't get up there. But actually, it's kind of weird that it's in the TV show because there's so many more hours of video game versus hours of TV show. You didn't have to add in, hey, here's Ellie's mom, which is also just let's find a way to get a cameo for the actual voice of Ellie in the game. Which is cute, but I don't know. It's not a story I needed to be told.
I like the depth that brought Marlene. I like that quite a bit.
I think you could do that without having to have the scene. I guess you don't get it as viscerally, but I also just thought that scene was really lame. I'm probably dead here, but I don't know where else the boss could be. What's this? Yeah, sure, crack that sucker open. I don't know what that sucker is, but let's crack it open. I don't know. I might be in the minority in this, but I I was not super jazzed with it. I also thought it was really lame to have the zombie attacking pregnant woman. It just felt really contrived to me.
That's not how I read it, for sure.
I'm a hater.
Yes,
that
much is
gave
true.
birth while she gave birth while fighting a zombie. It felt
well,
a little.
I think repeat the latter of that. Like, what was the last part of that you said?
She gave birth while fighting a zombie.
After, yeah, that last part, fighting a zombie. I think that's enough for me not to get too hung up on if she had birth or not. She was fighting a zombie, so like,
yeah, I don't know. I
like,
thought it was lame.
Like giving, like, if it's just the whole.
I didn't realize I was giving birth because I was being attacked by a zombie. Also, the zombie was kind of right where the child was. I don't know. Yeah,
it's wild.
It wasn't my thing.
I definitely.
And in a show where most of the rest of it actually kind of was my thing.
Sure.
That.
Well, the good news is it was like very minimal. Like there wasn't a whole lot there. Like it was there, but they didn't linger too often.
Okay, I have no idea where this is.
Yeah, I'm trying to look around while we're talking about that.
And it sucks that you're dead, so you're not getting to even play right now. Like this feels.
That's okay.
This feels bad.
It's made in something that is built in hyperrealism. Yes, I would agree with that, G.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that even still, the situation of being chased, giving birth, they didn't have to, but they were very much wanting to tell more of how Ellie came to be. And I've just always kind of liked having dealer's choice with that. Like, I have my own.
I mean, I think we got that in episode 7, which was the DLC that I didn't play, so that stuff was new to me. But knowing like that is part of the game, that is part of her history, where she came from, I thought that was enough of where she came from. I don't need to hear, and this is why she's the chosen one. It can just be fate. It can just be random ass fate.
Well, the only reason I think they might have, like, thinking on it just now, would be the explanation they give for how they will attempt to save the world through Ellie. That's the other thing, though. There's no vaccination. Like, there's just no science to back up vaccination for fungal infections. It doesn't exist. Like, even by today's standards.
I thought we were going to a much darker place there. We're like, your vaccines are fake in general.
No.
I thought that's where you were going.
No, of course not.
Like, I was going to learn something about my co-host here.
No, as the guy who has multiple vaccinations, no. I will tell you that is one piece too. Like from a science standpoint, like that can't be. But it's cool that they were trying to tie it back to it's in the brain. It's this thing because cordyceps attacks the brain. I liked that. I thought that was kind of neat. All in all, though, I really appreciated the adaptation. I'm excited to see where they go with it. I really enjoyed Bella. I did not enjoy that.
When that happens, your voice is screwed up. I don't know if it's just because that's playing again.
Hello?
There you go. You sound better now. I was like, oh no, Jiggy, you absolutely fucked the stream.
No.
No, I love it. Here's what I'm gonna do. If I don't find this in the next, let's see, when it gets to, it's at 26:20 right now. If I get to 27, if I get to 27 and I haven't found this, I'm just gonna kill myself.
Okay.
And then we can talk about anime, and then we can do another run.
Yes, Jiggy. I would like to know, outside of you completing the Last of Us television show, I know that you don't play a lot of new games, but I think that you listen to some new music. What new music are you enjoying? Or
Jiggy hates music.
If you've discovered an older musical act that you had previously not known about, that's new to you, what would that be?
Okay, it says 27. I need to die.
Yep, you need to die.
Ugh, it's so
Jiggy
frustrating.
Says 2 bands. I think I'll play as the railgunner next. If you want to do the huntress.
Sure.
Okay. I think if you just stay in there, you'll die quick.
Yeah, I think so too. But I also thought this might be where the
boss was.
Thing is, yeah, but I'm not seeing it.
Is that Tanuki-chan? Is that how you say that? Young fathers and Tanuki-chan?
Tanuki-chan, yeah.
Okay. Can you give me a little like elevator pitch on the style of each one of those?
Tanuki-chan sounds like something that you're going to have to give a summary of it someday.
I'm trying to get like, was it a genre? What genre was it? When did it come out? Is it an isekai? All right, I'm gonna hit continue here.
Go for it.
That's where it needs to be. You are who I want to be.
Okay. I've got...
The former had an album from last year that is more electronic R&B with some experimental hooks. Okay, I can dig that for sure.
Jiggy, while you're continuing to type up stuff, give me a number between 1 and 30, please. Oh, I suppose I could just do that on my laptop, so...
15, he says.
15, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bobby, I'm gonna make an executive decision here. You're not gonna like it. I'm sorry. But, I want to go back, at least this week, and we'll see what happens. But this week, I'm gonna go back to the thing of me just telling you when it came out, and what it's called, and not give you the genres, because I think you come up with funnier stuff without the genre. I know it's tougher on you.
Okay.
But I think it's funnier when you have nothing to go on.
Daffer, hello to you in chat as well. Welcome to the stream.
Yeah, welcome. You picked a great time to join.
Yeah.
Bobby's about to tell us about an anime. I'm looking forward to it. All right. Let's pull up my anime list synopsis here. Bobby, your anime came out April 3rd, 2011 and ran until September 18th, 2011.
Okay.
Your anime is Tiger and Bunny.
Tiger and Bunny?
What's Tiger and Bunny about?
Oh, Tiger and Bunny. When did it come out, you said?
It came out 2011.
Okay. 2011. Tiger and Bunny. All right, I was messing with chat. I got it. Let me just remember how to play this guy really quick. And then I will answer about Tiger and Bunny that came out in 2011.
Yep.
All right, Tiger and Bunny. Wow, that guy's freezing the shit out of me. Is about 2 best friends that happen to be birds. And nice. These are 2 birds.
When they zag, I love it.
Yes, absolutely. I did not mean to do that. I got a very complicated character right now. I'm trying to do too much. 2 birds named Tiger and Lily. They were best friends. And you might be wondering, why did you pick birds for something named Tiger and Lily?
Yeah,
well,
sure.
Tiger and Lily were from an ancient life, and their souls have been reincarnated into birds. And Tiger and Lily were once lovers in a previous lifetime, and they have not been able to link their spirits up in the afterlife. And so there's been I know, it's very dark and sad. There's been multiple opportunities for this to happen, but however, they've just never been able to get the timing right in the afterlife. But the good news is then they have infinite time to do this and multiple tries. And so in doing so, they've been multiple things. They've been bugs, bats, you know, fish as they are now.
Galactica.
Fish, birds, yes, Battlestar Galactica. They've been doing all kinds of shit for a long time. And
here's the boss, by the way.
Okay, I'm heading that way. They hear me out. Beef flavored toothpaste. What? Sure.
I don't know.
You wouldn't know when you're eating and brushing your teeth. I think that could work. And then these 2 birds have somehow stumbled upon each other in the same time frame. Finally, but they don't know immediately that one is the other. God, I did not mean to do that. I got that jump pad and it blew me straight off this damn map. Give me a second to get back up there.
Yeah, sure, this is going great.
Well, blame Jiggy because I have to talk about anime. It's got me all flustered. So anyway, they realize that they're in the same time period, and they end up linking up. And the anime is about them, their final moments in the afterlife, forever, just being birds. They've settled in being birds, and that's the anime chase.
You said their names were Tiger and Lily?
Yep.
Where's the bunny come from?
I don't know.
Oh, okay. Sure. That makes sense. I thought you were going Tiger and Lily because then like Bunny would come in and there'd be like some love triangle or something that would happen, but no, I guess not. Just a weird non sequitur title. That's must be it. All right. Well, Bobby, I have not seen Tiger and Bunny, so I couldn't tell you immediately if you're wrong or right, but I have a feeling you're probably wrong.
No, not me.
I have a feeling. I don't know. I could be mistaken here. Let me, it's kind of quiet around. Well, maybe it's not so quiet. I can do it. I got homing attacks. I don't really need to aim. So Bobby,
yes.
let me bring this over here while I speak. In Stern Build City, oh, you were one letter off. B-I-L-D, not B-I-R-D.
Damn.
In Stern Build City, those with special abilities are called Next and can use their powers for good or bad. A unique organized group of Next appear regularly on Hero TV, where they chase down evildoers to bring limelight to their sponsors and earn hero points in the hopes of becoming the next king of heroes. Also, I'm going to move us to the next stage.
Please do.
Kotetsu T. Kaburagi, known as Wild Tiger, is a veteran hero whose performance has been dwindling as of late, partially due to his inability to cooperate with other heroes. After a disappointing season in which most of the other heroes far outperformed Tiger, he is paired up with a brand new hero who identifies himself by his real name, Barnaby Brooks Jr.
Barnaby Jones.
yes, I get that reference now. Barnaby, nicknamed Bunny by his frivolous new partner, quickly makes it clear that the two could not be more different. Though they mix as well as oil and water, Tiger and Bunny must learn to work together, both for the sake of their careers and to face the looming threats within Stern Build.
Gotta tell you, I like mine better.
I might like yours better too. I don't know. I've never seen Tiger and Bunny, so again, I have no real reference or understanding of the anime.
I've never heard of the man.
I'm gonna say maybe someday I'll watch it, but if I'm being truthful to myself, probably not. There's probably like a billion other anime that I would.
And I gave you. I've already kind of spoiled it for you, so. Just gonna save you time.
That's true. You basically have just told me what it was. I did. This is a rewatch, but I rewatched Akira. Today. Yeah, the 1988 film. I hear the manga is way better, and someday I will read it. But I enjoyed rewatching Akira. Not an isekai.
All right, not an isekai. Are you going to see, speaking of those, are you going to see the new Mario movie?
Aren't we going to go see the new Mario movie?
I'd like to.
Okay. Are we going to see it with Johnny and his son?
That's the plan.
Or do we want to have a good time?
We've already committed.
We have already committed. You know what? I did watch that last trailer, and
yeah.
Outside of one specific thing, I'm actually pretty excited for that movie. Like weirdly optimistic about that movie and how it will go.
Well, I did not expect much from the Sonic movie and was really impressed with that.
Fair point.
And
fair point.
I'm very curious to see this. Like, there's been a lot of Easter eggs already that I've dug in the trailers. I think it's gonna be a visual feast. I'm really excited to hear Jack Black as Bowser. I think he's gonna do great there.
Yeah.
I'm really excited to hear almost everybody but one person.
Yeah, I think the voice cast up and down is pretty damn good, except for one person.
Yeah, correct.
And unfortunately, he's a Mario.
It's a him.
It's a him.
Oh God.
Yeah, I don't know. It's like I wouldn't even necessarily say I'm a Chris Pratt hater. I mean, I'm not a huge fan.
I used to be a much bigger fan.
I used to be a much bigger fan as well. But he just doesn't have a good voice for Mario. His voice for Mario sucks.
There's plenty of people that could do a better job.
Absolutely. I mean, again, my thing, you've got a voice for Mario. His name is Charles Martinet. He's good. He's good at it. And he could do it for a full movie. I get that it scares you to not have some big top Hollywood talent doing it. But, like, he's the fucking voice of Mario. Let the man cook.
He's already going to be there doing the voice. Let him in your house. Let him in. He's already going to be doing Mario.
I didn't know that you were going that direction when you started that sentence, and I was going to make the joke for you, but then you just did it. So
he's already gonna be saving Peach. Let him have the kingdom.
I'm glad we're on the same wavelength there. Where's the fucking boss?
I don't know. I can't ever find the boss. I hope you find it so I can just show up late and then get a kill.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, there's usually like some particles that are flying around above it, which is supposed to make it easier. I think that's something they added.
Hey, listen, you know whose body was not ready? Delta Airlines for Reggie, because that man is not having it on Twitter. He is pissed.
Yeah.
Poor Reggie can't even get anywhere. Not even the aisle seat.
Look, I invented the Bigfoot pizza. Let me on the fucking plane.
He's already going to be bringing pizza. Let him on the plane.
Stop it. You can't just make the same joke. I mean, you can, but you shouldn't just keep making the same joke.
I just think it's neat.
Well, I guess that's a different joke.
It's different. There's always another joke. There's always another lighthouse.
Good God. What's into you? What did you drink today?
Drink?
Do you have too much coffee or not enough coffee? What
not
the fuck
enough.
Happened?
Just this Monday, I'm excited. And I can't find the boss, so I'm anxious.
I also can't find the boss. This is...
Who's the boss?
God damn it, Poppy. You need to fucking stop.
I can't. I wish I could. It looks like the minions to me.
I found the boss. It's
all
over
right.
here.
Thank God I can stop this charade. He doesn't like their teeth.
Yeah, okay, sure. I get that. Yeah, I don't know. I think also some of the voices, well, again, I don't think they're bad. I think they're good celebrities, and the voices are fine. But I think some of the voices on those celebrities just aren't playing. Like, I'm not.
Yeah.
Like some of them, I love Jack Black. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
I absolutely love Jack Black. He doesn't sound like Bowser. He sounds like Jack Black. But I think he's doing the Jack Black performance, which is great. I love the Jack Black performance. Then you have some other people where, so far what we've heard, I don't think Keegan-Michael Key sounds specifically like Toad at this point.
No.
But I also don't think he specifically sounds like Keegan-Michael Key. I guess I haven't heard enough Luigi to know one way or another, but I so far do not feel like I'm hearing Charlie Day, nor do I really feel like I'm hearing Luigi. It just sounds like a voice. I like Charlie Day. I think Charlie Day is a great actor. Very funny guy. But it's weird because I'm not hearing the stunt casting of, oh, we got this big celebrity, but I'm also not hearing the voice of the actual character to make it sound like, I don't know. Maybe I don't know what I want.
Charlie Day is a little strange for me on this, and I like him a lot. Like, I think on their own, just like you, I like most of these people. It's just I've grown up listening to so much of these voices that it's hard for me. It's like you've made up a character after reading a book on how they look, and then you see somebody's adaptation. You're like, that's not the person.
Pierce and I were just having this conversation on the new episode of Pilot Program, available now, where we were watching the show Archer. and I commented that when I first watched Archer, it took me a long while to get used to the voice of H. John Benjamin playing a guy who is supposed to be, you know, a hot, fit super spy, when H. John Benjamin is, I love H. John Benjamin, but he is a dumpy little dope.
Yes.
Who I remember as Coach McGurk from Home Movies, or, you know, more recently and probably more popularly, Bob Belcher.
Wet Hot American Summer.
Yeah, sure. A can of vegetables. That's what H. John Benjamin is to me. He's a can of vegetables in human form. So to hear him play suave super spy, well, suave plus crass super spy Sterling Archer was a bit of, oh, hey, here's the boss. If we just want to do it immediately.
Yeah.
Okay.
Jiggy, good take, by the way.
Yeah. Thanks for coming by. Yes, H. John Benjamin has van. We definitely talked about that. I have a rule.
Jiggy's not leaving, by the way.
Oh, he's not. He said he's going to call it. He's not going to call it a night. He's going to call it for the movie. I see. Sorry, my bad. Trying to read and play. We have a thing on Pilot Program where we try to tell you where what actors did, what roles they had before, whatever that. Ooh, I'm gonna die. Before and after the show that we're talking about, and for one of my other rules is that if you have a show that is named after you in any capacity, it has to be mentioned in there, because a lot of people are very prolific. They've got so many things that they've been a part of that it's hard to name them all. We can't be here all day, but if somebody has a show that is literally named after them, we're always going to include it. Ah, fuck, I died. But it's also dead, so.
Okay, I just gotta get these ads off me.
Just gotta live, Bobby.
Living my best life.
But yeah, that was a fun podcast to do. Neither of us were, I'll give you a little spoiler here, neither of us were big fans of Archer. That's a show I remember watching in college and really liking, and just it's not exactly like It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, where like that show, if you try to watch the first season,
rough,
not just the first episode but the first season, it's like, oh, you can't make shows like that, you can't say that stuff on TV anymore, that wouldn't fly. Which is stuff they've even said as the Always Sunny people. They're like, we absolutely could not do this. Just go to the thing, get the teleporter, get out of here.
Come here, you.
And go pick up the other bonus.
Got it.
Did you? No, it's to your.
Am I dead? I'm
yeah,
dead.
you're also dead. You're also dead.
Damn. Damn.
So I don't think Archer is objectionable in the same way that like season 1 of It's Always Sunny is, but it doesn't play. It does not play.
Loser! You're a loser!
Thank you.
Are you feeling sorry for
Thank
yourself? Well, you should be, because you are dirt! You make me sick, you big baby!
Well, Chase, do we start another one? Oh, we unlocked a couple new characters.
Maybe you did.
I got the
multi.
Bandit and Multi.
Oh, okay. Nice. I'll do Multi. Multi's kind of fun.
I don't know anything about Bandit. We'll do Bandit.
Bandit, is he the one with the sword?
He's got a backstab ability, it looks like.
Okay.
All right, we'll run.
Yeah. Also, I just noticed my computer clock is wrong. It's saying 10:19. I'm going, I wish. That'd be nice.
Yeah. We got a deep dive this week, Chase. What do you think?
I don't know. It's Johnny's deep dive.
Well, are you excited? We know what it is, at least.
We do know what it is. Yeah, I think it could be good. It should be. It's a decent topic for conversation. I bet we'll have a decent time doing it, talking about it.
Oh yeah. You got any new games this week?
I have a new game that we haven't talked about on the podcast before.
Okay.
Or if we have, it's been a very long time.
Okay.
I have a game that I just kind of like just I was watching a YouTube video about it randomly, and I was like, oh, you know what, I kind of would like to play that. And then I started playing it, and holy shit, I don't even think I appreciated how good of a game it was back in the day.
Damn. Okay.
So very excited to talk more about it. It's gonna be great.
Nice, man. I don't know how much I like this character.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll see.
Multi's also a little bit weird. He's got like an auto rifle thing.
I'm at the boss, by the way.
Okay. I'm basically there. He's got an auto rifle, but then he can switch firing modes to more of a sniper railgunny kind of thing. But I don't think either are particularly great weapons. And he's got like a grenade thing that he can throw out, which is kind of neat.
My guy's very up close and personal.
He's got like a faster dash thing.
Okay.
I don't know. He's okay.
Well, we'll see how it goes. I don't know. Maybe he's got a fast fire. We'll see how it goes.
Have you played anything new, Bobby?
Yes, I've got a lot of fun stuff to talk about this week.
Okay. I did see one thing that we're going to be, I guess we're going to be doing a quick look on, or you've already done the quick look that I guess I wasn't on.
Yes.
But
it rules. It's very fucking good.
I was about to talk to you about and be like, hey, have you heard about this game?
Yep.
And then, of course, not only had you already heard of it, you've made a quick look on it.
Yes. It's fucking awesome.
I realized I was making not a mistake, but I realized that I heard about this game because Nextlander talked about it, and then I remembered, oh, if Nextlander talked about it, Bobby obviously already knows about it.
Yes, and you popped in as we were starting it.
Oh yeah, is that when I had to leave for pilot program right after that?
Yeah, because you know Johnny's shit didn't work again. So
no.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Our
I know.
Johnny?
I know.
Amazon?
So yep. So
that guy's rock solid though, all the time.
And I came prepared. I said, "All right, turn your shit off. Follow me. I got stuff for us to do." So yeah, I'm very excited to talk about that one. It's been it's a hell of a thing, man. It's very, very good.
Oh, cool. Well, I won't tease the viewers and listeners any further. We can save it for Wednesday.
Yeah, and I'll talk a little bit about it when we wrap up tonight.
Yeah. I will say I've been playing a little bit more of Opus, Echo of Star Song, which is my my monthly backlog roulette game that was chosen, and I don't want this to sound like I don't like the game, because I do like the game, but I have yet to, I'm not enamored by it yet.
Okay. And
I've been finding myself wanting to play other games instead of it, which makes me sad because I want to finish it and I want to, you know, get the backlog thing off my plate. But I don't know. Part of me thinks this might be the first game that I don't finish in my backlog roulette.
I found the boss, by the way.
Okay.
Yeah, man, that's fair.
Are you sure? And again, it's not that it's bad. I think I would enjoy it if I just sat down and actually played it. But part of it is the game I came back to recently over the weekend and have been playing relentlessly.
What year did that game come out?
A great question. I'll tell you, it's a Nintendo DS game.
Okay.
You can start the boss. I'm basically here.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's been a lot of fun playing that, and it's just not been very conducive to me getting the other games that I need to play off my list.
Yeah, March was supposed to be a catch-up month in a lot of ways for me, and I've ended up picking some stuff up that I really like. And it's just not gonna. I'm not done with everything I wanted to be done with, but I'm working on it.
Yeah. Bobby, are you an Oscars watcher?
I am. I'm very, very pleased with this year. Like, most of my lists got hit exactly how I wanted it to.
Cool.
Yeah. Yep. Sarah and I try to make it a point to watch all the nominations prior to the Oscars. That's something we've done for years now. And we had all kind of come to conclusions on what we wanted to see win and how we wanted to see it done. And we were not disappointed.
Good. Glad you had a good time.
Oh, yeah. Ignition tank, eh?
Yeah, that seems good for specific builds.
Yeah. Okay, that... You know, like, I'm playing a lot different than I have. This is a very, like, close proximity type of character. And
yeah, I would say Bandit feels maybe not the most different of all the characters, but he definitely feels different than somebody who is primarily the shooty character.
Yeah, for sure. Oh, I got a focus crystal, which is to deal bonus damage to nearby enemies. That feels like a very good thing for this build.
That is a good one. Yep. I've gotten that a time or two.
Seeing James Hong on the stage was beautiful. That was very cool. Not that way, Bobby. Not that way either. Have you been watching The Mandalorian, Chase?
I have been. Do you not want to ask the follow-up question?
I don't need to.
No, you don't need to.
Yeah, I don't.
Have we talked about it before, or have I talked about it with other people? Oh, I can't make that jump.
We've talked about Star Wars before.
Yeah, but I don't think we've talked about Mandalorian. I think I talked about it with my other friend. Mandalorian season 3? This 3. One, I think it's very ridiculous that they don't do the previously on for the beginning of season 3, and they don't show anything with Grogu from Boba Fett. If you were a person who was just watching The Mandalorian and didn't watch Boba Fett, you would have no fucking idea why Grogu is with him.
Yep.
I think that's real bad. I guess it's fine for people like you and me. We've watched the shows. We understand what's happening here.
Let me phrase.
If somebody goes back and tries to watch The Mandalorian in, I don't know, 10 years, whatever, and they're just like, oh yeah, let's watch The Mandalorian. I heard that was good. And they don't know that they need to watch a season of Boba Fett between seasons.
Yeah.
They're just going to have a bad time.
It's a very MCU approach from Disney to Star Wars. And it's one of the reasons why people stop watching stuff or don't begin to watch stuff, because like I haven't watched 5 other movies for the Avengers. I don't know who these people are or what's going on. Like, as a huge Star Wars fan, as you know, it's bold of Disney to assume that we're all just going to love and consume every bit of content they put out. And like your point exactly, you should not have had to watch the Book of Boba Fett to get the line notes on what's going on with the Mandalorian, because the Book of Boba Fett sucked.
It was not great. Yeah. But yeah, like they even did a previously on, and to do a previously on and not mention what is maybe the most important thing for the story that they're telling is wild. what a wild thing to do, or not do, I guess, in this instance. So that I had a big problem with. I think the beginning of this season is real rough in that it is just him flying from planet to planet to planet for kind of no reason. Not no reason. Like, he's looking for
computer parts.
He's looking for IG to begin with, and then he finds him, and then he needs a part for him. So then he goes to another planet to look for that, and then he goes to another planet to not do that. Like, now he's talking to Bo-Katan about Mandalore, and I'm like, wait a minute, you can't go to Mandalore yet. You don't have the robot for it. And then he goes back to Tatooine to talk to Amy Sedaris again. It was like, hey, I need the robot thing. It was like, okay, the robot thing's important again, but I guess it doesn't matter what robot it is, because now we're going to do a different robot. And now, fuck it. Fuck IG. I guess we'll just go to the planet now. Like, it's just, it feels like a lot of flying around from planet to planet for kind of whatever reason they dream up that they need. Like, whatever's convenient to the story they're telling, but they're also not really telling the story, because it's just flying from place to place to place and not really doing anything at those places.
Yeah, I don't know why they have to bring people back. Like,
I mean, you do. You know why.
Oh yeah, of course I know why. Like, and I think Boba Fett's rumored to be doing it after, like, in his season 2.
Yeah, here's the boss, by the way.
Okay. I don't know, man. Like, it's I like The Mandalorian. I think that it's a very cool thing, Star Wars. I'm personally, I'm way more excited about what's going on with Rebels and that big reveal that they did in actually the first episode of Mando while they're in hyperspace. I thought was really cool. Rebels ruled, man. Like, I know people wrote it off because of the art style, but that story is some of the best.
I was one of those people. I was one of those people who wrote it off. But it is one that I've heard people say is really good, that I need to go back to, and I would like to. My problem is that I'm getting fried. My problem is that I would like to go. I needed to finish Clone Wars, and then I finished Clone Wars, and then after I was done with Clone Wars, I thought, okay, this is the time I need to go watch Rebels. And then Austin Walker made a new podcast called The More Civilized Age, and I went, oh, well, I would like to watch that.
Sure.
Oh, I'm dead. Great.
Oh, awesome.
I would like to listen to that podcast, but that would mean going back and rewatching all of Clone Wars, and I'm supposed to be watching Rebels now. And I'm like, well, fuck.
Yeah.
So now I'm kind of in this analysis paralysis of, well, should I just go ahead and watch Rebels again, or should I just start watching Clone Wars again, or fuck both of these things? Should I guess I just watch The Bad Batch?
Did you watch The Bad Batch?
No, I've been downloading them, so I've got every episode, but I have not watched any of The Bad Batch yet.
Yeah.
I mean, they showed up at the end of Clone Wars for their, like, backdoor pilot, and they were fine, I guess.
Yeah, I'm gonna die too.
You're dead. You're dead. You're so dead.
Well, that works out too from a timing perspective.
So I don't know. Star Wars is Star Wars.
Yeah.
We still need to rewatch episode 9 together.
Well, you should
Yeah.
be, 'cause you
No,
are dirt.
that's not
You
gonna
make
happen.
me sick, you
We need to
big
just get
baby.
some pizzas, hang out with you, me, and Johnny, and just make fun of a bad movie.
Not happening.
Why not? I think it'd be fun.
No way.
I mean, the movie part wouldn't be fun, but the being with your friends and
Yeah, I mean, hanging out is always a good time. Chase, speaking of good times, we have just posted our schedule for the week. You can find it by going here and check that out. We've got a new link for anybody who's in chat for our show. And Chase, you should go to that link too. We have a new link tree, and I actually did a little work on it today, and the podcast link now opens up all the platforms that you can listen to our show on. So we also have it going, and I broke out our segments for so we've got our video on demands on YouTube for our Casual Monday and our Casual Friday streams. We've got both the podcast link and our video podcast links on there. And we have our quick looks.
Look at this beautiful link tree, Bobby.
Yeah.
This is gorgeous.
Yeah, man. So if you want to follow along with a specific thing, you can subscribe to our link tree, and I have it set up to where you will get notified when a new link goes on to that. So we have, think of it like a mailing list. We don't really do those too much anymore, but we've got a mailing list built into our link tree. And if you want to get up-to-date news on what we're up to, that's probably the easiest way to do it. This week, however, we've got a lot of fun stuff going on. So we played Risk of Rain 2 tonight, an incredible video game. We've got other streams of this if you want to see Chase go all the way to the end, me cheering him on. That was one of our first times doing it, and it was a really good time. The big elephant in the room that Chase was talking about is a game called Rhythm Storm. And I will tell you right now, they put Vampire Survivor in my Geometry Wars, and I love it. It's very, very cool.
Great.
It's fantastic. It was a really fun quick look. That'll be live on our YouTube page tomorrow at 10 a.m. Central. Wednesday night, we teased this as well. Johnny is going to be doing a deep dive. Should I give the...
Nah, leave it for him to...
Yeah.
It's his secret to tell, not ours.
We'll see if he shows up. And then Thursday, I was dragged, kicking and screaming, to watch a quick look by Chase on Destiny 2 Lightfall, and we'll have that going up on Thursday. It's not really a quick look, but a look at Destiny 2.
I told you we can do it in less than an hour, and by God, we did it in less than an hour.
We did. That's true.
Man of my word.
We've got that
Always
going
happen.
up. It's going to break down some of the new weapons, some of the new events, a little bit of the story beats, slight spoilers there, but tune in on Thursday at 10 a.m. Central on our YouTube page. And then Friday night, I am incredibly excited. And Chase, I don't know if you're going to be getting any double chicken sandwiches from KFC to join us,
no.
But
I hate myself, but not that much.
Well, then you can just spend money and get it and hate yourself even more. Diablo
I do
4,
like spending money.
Diablo 4 beta is going live this weekend. If you have pre-ordered the game, or if you get one of those like double down chicken sandwiches from KFC, you can get a code. There's an open beta next weekend, so if you don't want to pre-order or you don't want to get chicken sandwiches from KFC, you can tune in on Friday night and watch Johnny and I and friend of the show Jason and maybe Chase play a little Diablo 4 beta.
I might pop in and watch.
Very excited for that. So we'll have that this weekend. Now, I will say this. You know how these things go. If the server is shit.
So guys, get ready for another edition of Kelvin and the whatever the fucking forest game is.
Kelvin will be there if the servers are on fire for Diablo 4. That is the backup. How many
times have you was it called Sins of the Forest? What's it called?
Sons of the Forest.
Sons of the Forest.
Yeah.
How many times have you guys scheduled a stream to not do that and then ended up doing that?
Twice.
Has it happened twice? Okay.
Twice.
And in one stream, you meant to do it. Like, this is the game we're streaming. Okay.
Yep. Johnny's computer has been having, along with others, it's not Johnny, issues with the optimization from Koei Tecmo on that Wild Hearts game. They put out a couple patches. Jason and I haven't had any issues running it on ours. And what's funny about that is Jason's computer is, from a power standpoint, a little bit less than Johnny's. So we don't quite know what's happening there, but Johnny's had a hell of a go with it. So we've kind of put that on the back burner. I actually been playing it with my cousin off stream and having a great time with it still. But we're going to try Diablo 4. We have been playing a lot of Sons of the Forest. It's a very good game, and we'll be happy to go back to it if we have to. But we are hoping to get some time with Diablo this weekend, as I'm very excited for that one. That's enough about us. Chase, more about you. You mentioned it earlier. You got another podcast. What's going on there?
I do, yes. Pilot Program, where my good friend and friend of the show, Pierce Corshane, we talk about pilot episodes of every TV show ever made. Eventually.
Bold of you.
We've got 7 done, so we've made a good dent in it so far. But our 7th episode just came out. It is on the television show Archer, the 2009, 2011, 2009, pretty sure.
09.
I've got it right here. Yeah, 2009. 2009 show Archer, animated comedy with H. John Benjamin. Lots of good people in there. So we didn't have the best time revisiting Archer, but I think we made a good episode out of it that had some really interesting thoughts from both of us about how we consume television and how television changes over time, and how we change over time, and how our tastes change. So that was a good episode. We have announced, I think, what our next episode is going to be. It's going to be on Deadwood, which is a show
oh my God,
I have never seen,
show.
but
Love it.
I hear everybody says that. I'm looking forward to watching it. That show won't be out for a while, or that episode of our show won't be out for a while, because Pierce is participating in PAX East, and that is happening here near the beginning of April, I believe. So he's gearing up for stuff with that. We're not going to be able to record until that is over. So we got some time until the next episode. So I'm probably just going to chill and watch some other things.
What Dr. Dre says to do. Chill until the next episode.
That's true. It's true. So so I'll do that. Maybe I'll just watch more Blue Blazes, because man, Blue Blazes was really good. Maybe I'll watch more MASH. Watch MASH. MASH was good.
Very good.
MASH was a good show. Anyway, so that's what's going on. Also, I don't know if he's here anymore, but Jiggy and I might be recording another Gamers on the Go episode here in the near future.
Very cool.
We'll see. Could be fun.
Nice.
Anyway,
well, there's lots
of stuff potentially going on.
Lots of content from Chase and the Casual Hour to keep you satisfied. So we'll see you live Wednesday night here, twitch.tv/casual hour. Chase, thanks for playing some Risk of Rain. Thanks to all of you for stopping in. If you haven't done so already, like, subscribe, share, ask us questions, all those fun things that people who, do what we do ask you to do. And we'll be back live soon. Take care. Bye. And almost